Hi, welcome back to another one chart lesson, the first lesson for the new year. As you can probably see, I'm kind of in holiday mode a little bit. I've just been very lucky to go to Fiji for my Christmas break, and I hope you went somewhere nice too, and I hope if you stayed at home, it was where you wanted to be. So we're into another year, guys. Thank you again for watching. Here is a dead easy song that sounds really pretty by Ed Sheeran called Photograph. If we put our capo on the 4th fret, all these chords become very simple. It's a 4-chord song, so all we do is mix up the order of these 4 chords, which is C, A minor, G, and F. And with the F, you can play it that way. You can put a C on the bottom, even though with a capo that's not actually a C, but you know what I mean. C on the bottom, or you can do a full bar chord. Now, those 4 chords take us through the entire song. So download your chart. What you saw me doing here, and we can play this fingers or with a pick, but I'm going to show you how to do it with fingers. It's the same with a pick, you're just, using a pick, right? So start with the C chord. The chords we're going to go through in this intro part are C, A minor, G, and F in that order. But what we're going to do is we're going to put our fingers on those chords, and then we're going to play the A string 3rd fret, and then either with another finger or the same finger that you've picked that A string with. It doesn't really matter, but I like to do thumb on the bass note and then one of these 2 fingers on the higher notes, and that'll generally keep things as efficient as possible. So you play A string 3rd fret with your thumb, then with your 2nd finger, if you like, or your 1st finger, doesn't really matter, play the B string 1st fret, then lift it off, then put it back on. So you get this. Okay, that's the start. And then after you play that, play the open G string. So this is all still based around this C chord. Then you put your pinky on the 3rd fret D string. Leave that finger where it is, because then you're going to lift that off and play the 2nd fret D string. So it sounds like this. Again. That's the first bar. Then we're going to go to the next chord, but all we're doing here is lifting our 3rd finger off the A string, and you're going to do exactly the same thing but with an open A string under your thumb. So you could kind of say you're holding an A minor 7 shape, but because on the chart I've just written A minor just for clarity or simplicity. So you do that again. Now when we go to the G, move that 3rd finger across to the E string 3rd fret. Do the same thing again. And again, because we're doing that sort of shape, technically it's not a G, but that's what I've put on your chart as a guide through this. Well, actually I haven't put the chords through the intro, but you can see what I'm doing here, and you can see the notes that you need to play on the tab. So that's kind of what we're doing there. Then after the G, here's the one tricky part. You're going to the F. Now you can play the F on the 3rd fret D string, but it sounds better if that bass note goes down to this low F. So you move your hand now and you put your 1st finger on the E string 1st fret, and depending on what capo you're using, you might have a little bit of trouble. You might have to go over the top of that capo with this part of your hand, with that 1st finger, to play that B string and those notes that you play on that. Then you can come away from that B string, so you can play those last 3 notes there, and you can finish on the 2nd fret of the D string. Right, so all up. G, sort of G, F, and some people like to come back to the F as the last note. That's your intro. Then into the verse, loving can hurt. Now what I'm doing here is just strums, all down strums, all the way through, changing through these chords. C, 2, 3, 4. So we're actually, because this count is so slow, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're actually strumming 16th notes all as down strums, which is not really what we would normally do. We would normally say these are 8th notes as down strums, and then you would have 2 bars of C followed by 2 bars of A minor on your chart, followed by 2 bars of G, 2 bars of F. But it's a much simpler and cleaner chart if I do a really slow tempo count. I hope you understand that, what I'm saying there. 1, 2, 3, loving can hurt sometimes, 2, 3, but it's the down to the G, then down to the F. Again, bar chord, open chord, doesn't really matter. All that matters is if you're playing the open F, don't strum the bottom 2 strings, the E and the A string. That's your pattern for the verse. You work your way through that 4-chord pattern twice. Then we move into what is the bridge. It'll take you into the chorus. It starts on A minor. We keep this love in a photograph to the F. We make this different for ourselves, etc., etc. You know I always mess up the words, so sorry about that. But with our eyes are always open, hearts are never broken, time's forever frozen still. Into the chorus. Again, same 4 chords, different order. Just keep me inside the pocket of your, down to G, then A minor, 3, 4, then the F, 1, 2, wait for me to come home. At the end of that bar, it's got a little 1, the first ending. So the first time we come through this, we finish this chorus with a bar of C. 1, 2, 3. Back to the start, where verse 2 happens. You go through that all again the same way. This time when you get to that point where it's the little 1 ending, you skip over that 1 ending and you go to the second ending, which is in the next line. You're playing C, G, A minor, and F. And then we move into the bridge. Wait for me to come home. Same chords again, different order. C, then to G. And if you want to change the strumming here, absolutely, or anywhere really for that matter, go for your life. Play this the way that you want to play it, because it's very simple, it's very nice, don't rush it. That simple strum I think works best, but don't be locked into that. If you think something else sounds better, do it that way. After that bridge section we go into a double chorus, then we're down into the final verse, which is single strums. Blah 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 blah. Right? Wait for me to come home. And he finishes singing without playing any more chords. And that's the end of the song. It's a really nice, really pretty song. Thank you for watching. I hope that was understandable and I didn't rave on too much. I'm very relaxed because it's holiday time. But if you've got any questions, if any of that was unclear, please let me know. Reach out to me. I love to hear from people. And I hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.